What's up everybody? I'm going to show you something that I waited way too long to try. Check it out. I look at sous vide as a method of cooking, not really a translation. So the idea is you season some meat, you put it in a bag, preferably vacuum sealed. I do have a vacuum sealer here. This one works. What's this called? The Entridge vacuum sealer, a must-have for smart kitchen. It works for me. I'm not going to use it for this video because I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this and to get the perfect steak every single time. We're going to cook these medium rare. But anyway, sous vide is French for under vacuum. Again, you're using an immersion circulator, which is what this is, to heat the water, keep it at a consistent temperature, and cook your food in a vacuum or airtight bag or container. So that's what we're going to do. I've got some New York strip steaks here and a couple filet cuts that we're going to season up real quick, and then we're going to toss them in a bag, get them in here, set our temperature, and let them cook. Alright, so real simple guys. I've got a pre-mixed SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. It is half a cup of coarse kosher salt, half a cup of ground black pepper, and 1/4 cup of garlic powder. I just threw it in this old spice jug here, give it a good shake, and that's what we're going to season these steaks with. So again, real simple. Let's just go ahead and hit these guys with our SPG. Don't need a binder for this. Just give them a good coating. Smells great. Okay. Other side, flip them over. Hit the other side. Don't gotta go crazy with this stuff. Put as much on as you like. I'm just putting a nice even coating on all these. I would actually advise not to use a binder just because it's going in a bag and it might just get gooey and smeary everywhere. I don't know, I haven't tried it. You do what you want, but I'm not using a binder for this. Alright, all seasoned up. I'm going to take these a step further and we're going to do little pads of butter on top, on top of each one of these cuts here. Just a little square pad of butter. You can use unsalted if you think it's too much salt to use salted. Honestly, I'm not sure what this is. This is salted, so I'm using salted butter. You can use unsalted if you want to. That's okay, no one's gonna judge you. You gotta watch your sodium intake. Reduce the salt. Don't use salted butter. You know, you do you. I'm putting 3 pads on the strips because I like butter. I'm not watching my anything intake, so that's what I'm doing. Boom, it's that simple. Season them, put pads of butter on them. You can even throw sprigs of rosemary on here, thyme, whatever you like to do when you season your steaks. So we're just gonna get them in these little bags here. Pop it right in, get that out of the way. So just press the air out. Maybe get that little guy to the corner there. Alright. Press as much air out as you can. It's okay if you don't get it all. When you put this in the water pressure will displace the air as you lower the bag in. So you want to leave a little, part of the bag open while you put it in the water, and then once the air is squeezed out, give it a good seal. You can do that. That's a nice little trick of getting some air out if you can't squeeze it all out by hand. Alright, for the big guys, just throw them in the bag. Uh-oh, butter down. Again, I did use a vacuum sealer last time I did steaks. It really just sucks all the air out. If you want to get one, this one was fairly cheap. I'll put a link down in the description for you. You can check it out. The bags are fairly cheap. They're simple to use. They suck all the air out, and sometimes they suck the moisture out. There's a little collection tray in there. It's fine. Otherwise, you can just use Ziploc bags like I'm doing. Super easy, and it'll cook the same, really. So you make that decision for yourself. The amount of water that's in here, now these immersion circulators have a minimum and maximum water level. You got to get the water level above minimum for it to turn on and operate. And if you go above the max or below the minimum, it will shut off. So this is a 19 quart tub I got. Again, I'll put a link down in the description for it if you want to check those out. 14 quarts of water was enough to get to the minimum line. I went just above it because when I drop all this in, it is going to raise that water level up a little bit. I also have a smaller tub that I got. This one is an 8 quart. Again, link in the description. If you want anything in this video, you can check it out in the description below. They're my affiliate links. It won't cost you anything extra, but it will support the channel, so I appreciate you. Anyways, we'll talk about this guy when we get to it. So let's keep bagging these up. I'm gonna put both of these big boys in the big bag. Like so. Squeeze as much air out as possible. Alright, there we go. 2 big guys. We get the rest of these little guys bagged up, and then we'll talk about temperature and time and all that good stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, so let's talk about the star of the show, the Immersion Circulator. The reason why it's called an Immersion Circulator is because when it's running, you immerse it in water, and there's a little impeller in here that circulates the water. Alright, so this one is made by Instant, like Instant Pot. I have an Instant Pot and we sort of like it. So when I was looking for one of these, I saw it on Amazon. Again, link in the description. It was only $100. I think I had a gift card from Christmas that I used, so it didn't really cost me anything to get this. It's not Wi-Fi, it's not Bluetooth. You don't really need any of that unless you're... Actually, I don't know why you would need any of that. So anyways, this one's pretty simple. A minus button and a plus button to set your desired temperature. Oh, sorry. There's a little thermometer and a clock down here. You're gonna press that button and you'll see the temperature start to flash. When you sear steaks at the end, the temperature will rise. So if you want medium rare, you're aiming for like 120, 125. At least that's what I aim for. So I'm gonna set this to 115. We're gonna cook them to 115, sear it at the end. It should bring it up to where I wanna be. So let's set this to 115. You press this thermometer clock button again and the time starts flashing. Again, minus button. We're gonna set it to 1 hour and 30 minutes. Reason for that is these steaks are fairly thinner. If you're doing like a super thick steak, like 3 inches, 4 inches, you probably want to go 2 hours, maybe 2.5. They say that if you go past the 3-hour mark, you risk changing the texture of the steak. It starts getting like really tender, like mushy, and you probably don't want that. I don't want that. These steaks are small enough and thin enough to where 1.5 hours is plenty of time to get into that internal temperature of 115. So that's what we're gonna do. So 115 is our temperature Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. I'll put it somewhere. 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then we're gonna hit play. There's a play and pause button. It says pre. I don't know if you can hear that. So it's circulating the water and it's starting to preheat to our 115 degrees. I already put pretty warm water in here when I filled it up, so it's already at 105. This shouldn't take long at all. Once we're at 115, all you do is drop your bags in, and you go hang out on the couch and watch TV for an hour and a half. Have yourself a drink. This will beep, kind of like an alarm when it's when the timer goes off. Go hang out outside, go play with the kids, whatever you want to do. 1.5 hours, you should be at that internal temperature of 115. Then we'll get them out of here, take them out of the bags, quick sear them. Perfect steak every time. Just trust me. Trust me. Did you guys hear that? No? I missed it? Whatever. We're at 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Take your steaks that are in the bag. Throw them in there. Yeah, look at that air escape. So we'll just open the bag a little bit like this and just let the water push all the air out. Let them get. Make sure your steaks are underneath that water line. Seal that up again. Oh, man, I'm already excited for this. Now, if you have too much air in the bag, it'll float. Obviously, you can grab like a plate or a bowl full of water or something with a little weight that's not buoyant to hold your steaks underwater, but these are pretty dense, and if you do a good job getting all the air out of your bags, you shouldn't have to worry about that. See these little lighter steaks? They're gonna be a little bit of a problem. So I might, sank a little bit. It's that extra air that I got pushed out. See, it helps. Crack the bag a little bit so I can get my finger in there, just that much. It's enough to let air escape. Put them down in there until they're underneath the water, but don't let any water into your bag, obviously. And they're sinking, so this is actually gonna work out great. Let a little air escape, get it under the water, seal your bag. Now if you feel safer about the Ziploc bag thing, you can double bag it. Just make sure you get as much air out as possible in that first inside bag that the steak is in. Because if you leave air inside that bag and you double bag it, the air inside the first bag will make your second bag float and you won't cook anything. I mean, it'll still cook, but your meat might be exposed above the water line and that part won't cook. Get down under. Alright, all of our steaks are sealed, seasoned, buttered, in the water, 115 degrees for an hour and a half. We got 1 hour and 28 minutes left. So that's it. I'm gonna go take a nap. Inside, nice warm house. Don't have to deal with a fire. Don't have to spritz anything. Don't have to flip anything, rotate anything, stand outside in the cold. Revolutionary. And I know these things have been around for a very long time. Restaurants use them. You know, they become really popular over the years. I'm late to the party, but it's amazing. It's a game changer for sure. Yeah, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see me cook something in particular. Hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, links for the vacuum sealer, bags, this, the bucket, a smaller bucket. Links in the description. They are affiliate links and it's no extra cost to you, it'll just help me out. So I keep doing this stuff for you guys. See you in an hour and a half. Alright, so as you saw, we hit 115 internal. Took out our immersion circulator and we dumped the water. Let's get these out of the bag. And we're just gonna put these on our tray here because we're gonna pat them dry. Moisture is going to inhibit our ability to get a nice sear, nice little brown crust on there. So we're gonna pat these dry and then in a cast iron skillet, lightly sprayed with oil, piping hot, we're gonna sear very quickly for a very short amount of time to get a good char on all sides, and then you're done. So get all that excess butter and moisture off of them. On my power burner, I'm setting the burner to high while we continue to dry these off. You don't gotta get them super dry, you just wanna pat, absorb the excess moisture, the butter. That's all you're really doing. Just gonna do a light drizzling of some olive oil. Coat that around. Create ourselves a little non-stick surface. So once you start seeing the little bit of the smoke start to come up from that oil, you know it's ready to sear. So you're not gonna hear me very well when I put these in here, so we're gonna go 20 to 30 seconds each side. That's what you're gonna see now. Flip. And do the sides. Now we'll let those rest and we'll do these little ones real quick. Let's see if I can focus you in here. Nice char, looking delicious. Let's get a focus shot of those strip steaks. Ooh, got some juices going. Look pretty good, right? All right, let's cut one open. All right, New York strip, sous vide, 115 degrees for an hour and a half. Seared in the pan on all sides for approximately 30 to 45 seconds. Let's just get a center cut here. Look at that. Almost edge to edge pinkness. Super tender, juicy, nice crust from that cast iron sear. Ooh. Man, that looks good. Think you can see me okay? Super delicious. So there you go, sous vide steak. Look at that, edge to edge pink. Nice, you could sear it for longer if you want a better crust. This is how I enjoy my steak. Flavorful, juicy, tender, perfect every time. Cook it to your internal temperature that you like. Cast iron pan, little oil, add butter to the pan if you didn't add it to the bag. It's amazing. Thanks for watching. Give this a try. Let me know what you want to see me cook. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time.